Welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague live here from the DreamHack Monster Energy Studios, where we just witnessed our first game of Na'Vi versus Alliance, and that game was exactly what I was hoping it would be. CAS Dota at its finest, new patch, everybody dies, everybody kills, everybody wins. Well, Empire won a little bit more than Na'Vi.
Well, they won the game, yes.
Yeah.
What was it, like 12, 13 minutes in, and the highest CS was like 80?
You don't need CS if you kill heroes.
60.
You don't need CS if you kill heroes.
Yeah, it was awesome to watch, and then all the ravages and the turnarounds, and
I could learn something from those ravages.
You could.
I could. Well, they were really on point.
I think
patience as well.
Both teams actually played really, really well. Like Funnick on his Spirit Breaker, he got some amazing charges, like bashing like 5 or 4 people like every single time.
Basically a ravage.
Yeah, basically.
But I think it was a bit overzealous at times. Like the time when they were going for Roshan.
Yeah. 4
of them were in the Roche pit. He started charging off into the Radiant jungle and died. So they actually gave away Roshan when they could have just taken it themselves. It's like, I don't know.
Dandy and Avost with their BKB usage. The same goes for like Ivan.
But it's not actually a V, it's also like Ivan. It's a bit of a combination between a V and a B.
And Aloha Dance, oh my god, his Rubik is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it is
like that
really
was
good.
some serious Rubik play. Like even the time in the Dire Jungle when he like nearly got away with the charge. What a player.
That would have been amazing if he actually got. He also got the deny on what potentially could be the first blood, which, by the way, I mean, Aloha Dance had the right mindset to deny, but to be honest, it was more of a mistake of Na'Vi to not to think that they were safe. And then
they were like, okay, we'll let Dandy get the last hit.
Yeah.
I think is what happened.
And then he was like, okay, I'm going to let Arcel get the last hit. Did not
It's
happen.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
But they didn't know he was in the area either, so.
Yeah.
True. Well, Spearbreaker, so Funnick had a very good moment, and I believe the clip that we have selected is actually selecting that one. Maybe they decided on a new one. We're going to see what's going to happen because it's a drawing board with Shane Analytics.
Welcome to the drawing board. We've actually selected the clip at about 31 minutes in, where Funnick does actually play really well on Spirit Breaker, but it's not really the highlight.
Close
of the
enough.
Clip. All right. So, pause really quick. So first of all, Resolution has a bottled illusion rune on Dragon Eye. Pretty much amazing. Like that's the perfect start to a push. Silent running up the front with his Aegis and BKB. Now, one thing to know from this fight is Havost and Dendy with their BKB timings are like every Ravage in this game, they had it like perfectly. So let's see.
And this is where Tide has a refresher as well, yeah.
Yeah, I think it delivers it in the fight, actually.
So art style kind of just starts wailing on them with the impetuses. And they just try and harass them out.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect...
This is a really good poke.
Yeah, this is perfect. But then straight away, Ivan is like, okay, and then look at the BKB timings on...
Oh, that one, I mean...
Oh,
it was really good.
Yeah, perfect.
So on point.
But it doesn't really matter in this fight, because look at their cores. They both have BKBs.
Yeah, and Resolution is just eating everyone alive.
Yeah.
Silent dies, but he manages to get all of his spells and all of his damage off as well.
Tidehunter just refreshed and he's ready for round 2.
Aloha Dance actually Glimmer Capes the Tidehunter.
And then charge on Tide.
Yeah, Funnick again charging through.
He realized he doesn't really need it, but he pops it anyway.
Yeah.
And like, Enchantress doesn't have a BKB, so he's just stunned all the time.
Yeah, Artsel, like it's a tough playing against such like in your face kind of heroes like Dragon Knight, like Gyrocopter,
But you can't really tell, like now we have no real physical damage dealer.
Yeah.
It's basically their Enchantress. It's basically physical damage.
What do you think of Havost on the track? Do you think that was the choice?
I think it's legit. It's an aggressive hero.
Yeah.
Like, I think it fits him very well, but I don't know about his skill build. He went stats over Edict, which is questionable.
Yeah.
I get why you would do it, because you want stats so you don't get bursted down immediately. I think Edict could have done some serious work though.
Yeah, especially like even 1 point allows you to push like super early.
Yeah. Or was it a game breaker changer?
No, I don't think so.
Honestly, it had a lot to do with Ivan on his Tidehunter. Like, he got some amazing ravages.
Yeah, but he got one ravage in mid where he just got his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that was...
He went in before his team. He actually baited his team in to die, basically. Because they went in this choke point.
Yeah, and Funnick then charged through the whole team.
Yeah, and the Sonic Wave and the burst.
That I was expecting.
Yeah, I was going to choose that one, and then Scriff was like, nah, we'll choose the last one. I was like, all right.
Okay.
Because, you know, we give and take.
Yeah. It's a, you know, it's a relationship, you know?
Yeah.
goes both ways. No, but do you think this was a draft? This was pure outplay, or just a draft, or combination of factors? What happened, and what can they do better? Of course.
I think Navi in this game, like they had like either team could have won like at any stage, but Navi's draft was a bit later on, like or wasn't as late into the game. You know what I mean? Like so, the longer it went on, the harder it became, especially with Silent on his gyrocopter just farming up.
Yeah, I think they had the late game secured with the tide pick as well. Navi was kind of pressured to win, like I was saying in the other series. They were also kind of pressured to win with the Pugna lineup.
Yeah.
But they just hold high ground and won the game from there instead with kind of a throw. So.
Okay, so you're saying like, I mean, the first start of the game, the first actually, I think 20 minutes of the game were very even. Kills were even, everything was kind of even, and it shouldn't have been even in this game.
I think Navi need to win the early game.
Okay.
Like get the tower momentum and stuff like that.
Especially with
Like the Enchantress had less net worth than Avenge at like 18 minutes or something like that. You don't want that to happen because she's kind of a core.
Yeah. Especially with Leshrac getting kind of picked off a lot. Like you want that hero to like snowball really hard.
It could have been huge if she had like Midas, BKB, Ags, and Mom at like the high ground. She would have
just continue talking like that.
We're just okay. So we've had some bad experiences with the red button, so we're just trying to ignore it. There's this loud ringing in our noise. All right, here we go.
Okay. Oh God. What?
Okay.
Okay.
Arriba!
We got sombreros.
Okay. My hair does not. Oh, it does allow
What's that?
for sombrero. Oh, we've got a package.
Röd? It's a Danish pencil
Röd-
case.
No,
What's in it?
it's a microphone case. Could you get tickets to Mexico?
Oh, we got mustaches.
Oh.
Well, which do you want? The straight mustache,
Oh,
Shiver?
can I choose?
Yeah, this one.
No.
Or this one.
That one.
Right, I'm going for the. All right.
It's great.
How do I use
Mine's
this?
I
broken.
don't even know. I haven't put on a fake mustache.
Is there instructions?
Cinco de
stick it on your
Mayo.
face.
It's like the May the 5th. It's this Spanish thing. Do we?
You should clean your skin.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. I have a crap load of makeup on. Perfect. Oh God, it just fell off. This isn't working at all.
Oh.
Wait, should I?
You remove this.
It's pretty good.
Can I go for the unibrow instead of the mustache? There we go.
That's superb. I can't
God,
move my upper lip now. Is this how people with a mustache feel? That they just can't move their upper lip. Also, my hair is not built for all these head things. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like I'm in a spy movie. You
Well,
know,
where's the
happy
tequila?
Cinco de May. I don't know how you say that in Spanish. Cinco, no, it's 5, but that's about as far as I get.
gracias,
Gracias.
Amigo.
Arriba, arriba.
¿Qué hablas?
No hablo español.
¿Por qué?
Jador legato. Sí.
Donde pasaporte, por favor? I know that one. That was the first lesson in online Spanish class, I think, or Portuguese.
Portuguese?
Maybe Portuguese. Close enough.
I only know rude words.
But it is actually time to, before it falls off again, it is actually time to go to the draft. It is Navi versus Team Empire, game number 2. Ahoy!
Way.
Vamos!
Owen's like a Wookiee. I don't even. You're not even on the screen. Oh, there we go. Now you're here.
There we go. We've got 8 Mother. We've got 8 Mother. Hello.
Maybe.
Hola.
Bonjour.
No,
No.
not
Ladies
even
and
close.
gentlemen, welcome to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague Season 3. And we're ready to get ourselves into the second game of this 2-game series between Na'Vi and Empire. And what a game one we had, lads. Whoa.
I mean, there were almost as many hero kills as some heroes had, like CS. So that's always a fun game to watch, and it's standard CIS Dota, right? Like, just won a game, and I respect that. You know, Dendy talking about diving towers when there's like tier 1 still alive and they're at like the tier 3. That's the kind of Dota they want to play. I'll watch it every game.
Absolutely. Let's hope we get more of that in this second game of the series. The draft so far, the bans on the IO, the Beastmaster, the Quap, and the Undying. And well, a bit of a respect there for Dendy's playing the Quap last game by the looks of it from Team Empire, because, I mean, 8 Mother. Dendy on the Quap, he did a lot of work that game.
Yeah, he was the main reason they stayed in the game so long, I think.
Yeah. He's a playmaker.
Yeah.
That's what he does, man.
My question is, why did Empire ban the Enchantress?
Team Empire.
Created a lot of havoc. I think the hero is very good.
Yeah. Maybe just art style not having the best performances on it. Not so much that the hero isn't good, but it's like I don't feel art style has had the impact that he's wanted to.
Don't throw it.
Oh, we get a
Oh,
sombreros.
yeah.
Gimme. Oh, he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
put
can
it on
cover up
for
this
us.
hair.
Did you?
This horrible hair that
Did you get your
Shane...
musters to stay on?
10 seconds
Do you have some kind of glue?
My head's like rather large, so it's hard to get the thing to
5
stay.
seconds remaining.
Right. Anyway, so next up in the draft.
Navi's turn to pick.
Right, so Lina and Visage so far have decided they're going to follow up with the Bane, so we've got that kind of
Lina
old
carry?
Bane Lina. So do you,
Lina mid, maybe?
or do you think it's just Lina and Bane
Oh
roaming?
yeah, Lane could be mid as well. Yeah, could be both.
Then
It could
Lina?
be Bane mid.
Havosa's actually played Lina mid. Bane mid, you think so?
And support Lina.
I would like to see Bane mid,
You can
because
just enfeeble them, and then when you sleep them and Lina comes roaming.
yeah,
See ya.
could be good. Could be really good. They could also run like their Mirana as well.
Oh.
It's really frustrating to play against that, and it's actually good
But
against.
you need to ban
10 seconds
Abaddon.
remaining.
They haven't done it, so.
Yeah, that's true. But they could do it last, I guess. Wait, who
5
has the
seconds
first pick
remaining.
out of the ban phase? It's Navi. So they actually could do it if they wanted to.
Reserve time.
But do you think Abaddon is like, with these heroes? Oh, now they could actually pick Abaddon, and it would be
Navi's
good
turn to pick.
with Viper.
Yeah.
Now the question is, who do you pick to match up mid against Viper? Or do you still put Lina there?
Bane Rex Viper lane.
You're
Seriously.
really- You're on, oh, I mean, I believe it, because you can't actually hit anything.
I played it once. I had like 87-40 when I played for Alliance. Put Bane against Viper. I think it was EG.
Did you win the game?
Yeah, solely on the Bane performance.
10 seconds
Yeah, I
remaining.
carried. I literally crushed everyone. It was all me.
5 seconds.
No, we won. We won the game. It was
You won the
really
game?
good.
Did you win the series?
Reserve time.
I think so.
Did
But
you
we
win the-
played at 4 anchors actually. But the Viper had to rotate safe lane so you could get some recovery farm. It was insane, actually.
All right.
And
Well-
no one is gonna suspect it either.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, if they want to come out with little cheeky pocket strats, that absolutely could be one that they
Man,
could
I'm
opt.
giving away all my pocket strats.
You
if
are.
anyone does it though, it would be art style. Like art style would be that guy, be like, yo, let's Bane mid.
Yeah, I think it's legit. Like, why would you want a Lina core anyway?
Whoa.
Ah, they nerfed her range on Aghanims, right?
Just farm Bane, get a Necro.
Yeah.
Win game.
Well, fourth pick for the side of Na'Vi. I mean, obviously we're talking about the fact they're very versatile in the heroes that they've got so far. Anyone else that you feel could be picked up with the old Visage strat?
Well, they banned Drow, so they're not going to have an opportunity to go for that. Like, any kind of support matches well with it, and they're going to pick up a Dendi Mag, it looks like, so it's going to be a farming position Lina for sure now. Unless they do Bane safe lane. Not nearly as cool.
What about the Zai patented Bane offlane?
You could, I guess, but
He has good stats.
they haven't picked another support on Empire yet, so you don't know what lane you're going to be against.
Yeah.
I think it
I
would be a
think
bit
it's
of a
gonna be
waste.
support Bane.
Yeah.
Or, never mind, they
10
can't do that.
seconds remaining.
Does Funnick play Magnus?
Funnick
5
Magnus.
seconds remaining.
I think that could be a possibility.
But I don't think you
Nice.
want to do it against Gyro. Gyro is
No.
just gonna...
Time.
Hi. Like every time we come up to take a grip. No!
Yeah, for sure. I'm just thinking, like, the synergy with Mag here feels a bit lackluster for me. Like, outside of the Lina, of course. Like, that's the only thing.
Oh, what about those, those familiar stuns? That's pretty nice to follow up the RP. They're
Yeah,
held in
yeah.
place for a long time then if you get a good few people in the RP.
I mean, it can be nice if you get a good RP no matter what team you have. I'm just saying,
Yes.
like, the flat synergy of, like, there's no hero to farm with Empower because we haven't seen, like, any PA, no Void, nothing like that. It's just like, we gotta pick a Mag. Maybe then it's just like, pick me Magnus.
I mean,
They
obviously,
could go an offlaner that uses some power.
many that come to mind. I mean, the Void offlane.
Void offlane.
Did they have the damage, though, to run
They
Void
don't,
offlane?
they don't
'Cause
have
you need
great
Sky.
synergy either, because
Yeah.
Venge, you don't want to get faceless.
It's really weird.
Maybe aggressive?
It's like
Try
A-Mother and I
aggressive.
are thinking about what the hero could actually be, and Owen's just saying,
I'm just trying to fill
his
time.
mind's like totally empty right now.
I'm just thinking about what I'm going to eat after this.
Your mind is full of tacos now.
Dude, tacos are amazing.
I don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
Why
Then
would
we
I
have
tell you
Shakira, so, that's... I mean,
Shakira's
Shakira's
Shakira.
really nice
Did you
against
say
Mag and
Shakira?
Bane. I mean, they're kind of the same.
Herb Shakira?
Shakira.
It's one of her elements.
Yeah, definitely.
Team Empire.
Now they're thinking offlane Shaker, I guess.
I mean, look, they've got a pretty good win rate with it. 16 for 9 on the older Shaker. It's
Yeah, it's one of my favorite heroes to
one
watch.
of their favorite.
Is this Empire Pudge now? Earthshaker Pudge?
The dream.
Here we go, brother.
Final pick now for the side of Na'Vi. Suneko Sven is banned out. Sven, of course, a hero that would work very nicely with the Magnus, so totally understandable why Empire would want to take that away from the side of Na'Vi. But Na'Vi now with this final pickup. I mean, it's a hard one, guys, but any kind of thoughts?
It's just such a bizarre Magnus
Yeah.
pick. That's why it's so hard to guess what they're going to do as their last hero. Like, I see Visage, Lina, Bane. I do not think Mag is the follow-up hero to those.
No. Empower is decent with Lina.
10
She hits pretty
seconds
hard with
remaining.
she gets a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
5 seconds.
I mean, if they had like
remaining.
another support besides like Visage or Bane, like
Yeah.
Void would have been a lot better. But still against like
Reserve
Venge, like
time.
Mother was saying, it's still tough.
Kinda carries are
Did
there
they
for
just...
offlane.
Oh, Slark.
Oh, it's going to be the
Offlane
Slark.
Mag, I think.
Team
Offlane Mag.
Empire's
Phonic
turn to
Magnus.
pick.
Yeah.
What do we reckon about that?
Or offlane Slark, but
Offlane Slark sounds super bad in this game. I'm just being like, that Slark would do nothing the whole game.
yeah, you would
Yeah.
have to recover super hard. Yeah, it makes no sense.
So, I mean, draft-wise, so far at least, Na'Vi going for something a little
What
bit
if they
different.
just put Bane Mag together and they just do Slark Visage safe lane? I mean, it's pretty
Well-
hard to kill Bane Magnus. And they
10
both get like
seconds
more
remaining.
EXP maybe. And like the Visage needs 6, so you wouldn't be splitting EXP between the Bane and the
5
Visage.
seconds remaining.
What if they dual roam Bane Magnus and skewer people into towers with Nightmare?
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Reserve
you could kill
time.
Viper really easy that way.
It's going to be Disruptor.
Maybe Bane lean offlane?
I don't know. This is a really weird draft from Na'Vi actually.
Yeah, Bane lean offlane, I think. And then the mid with Mag. That makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah. It's a tough lane to
Because
kill.
they need to close the gap, and it's kind of hard when you have Bane. And Lina is just hitting you from 800 range, whatever.
Yeah.
700.
Seems like her range actually gets longer every patch. Soon she'll just be sniper range at level 1, 950 range, just fireball.
She now has 3 Light Dark arrays.
Yeah. That
Charges.
sounds legit.
3 smaller ones. That would be pretty cool, actually. But OP.
Mega OP.
Stun with Sven and stun her 3 times with less.
I'm so glad we don't balance Dota. Alright, so draft-wise...
This is the offlane
I'm
Earthshaker.
Spanish.
isn't
You should trust me with your balance genius.
it's
Ivan Earthshaker.
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
I think both teams, again, are quite strong. It's just... Navi's lanes, I think, are much more important for them this game. Like, Slark needs a good start, for sure.
Yeah.
And in the late game, I would actually favor Na'Vi, because Slark is so hard to deal with unless the Disruptor gets like Aghanims or something. Like, Slark will eventually get BKB, and then like these tanky heroes just get crushed because they get kited out. Like, the Slark comes in the fight, goes out of the fight, comes back in with full health and like 30 Essence Shift stacks, and you get wrecked. So it's really hard to fight into him.
It's certainly an interesting lineup
I
from
wonder
both
if
sides.
Empire is gonna lane this. I guess they're gonna do the normal one. It's Viper mid and Earthshaker offlane.
Yeah, it looks
But
like
they could
yeah.
mix things up. Like Gyro mid and then go Viper safe lane.
Right,
I don't know which one is best.
let's get ourselves into the game. There we go.
I think you would actually want Viper safe lane against the,
Yeah, that's
the
what I
dual
mean.
off lane.
Oh, let's see what
Resolution's
comes
playing it,
out
we'll see what they do.
from both sides.
I
Indeed.
mean, they saw them pick the hero, so they know that Lina is probably gonna be offlane.
Isn't it a harder matchup for Gyro against Lina, though? Or, no, actually it's Mag, never mind. I keep forgetting it's Lina support.
I think Gyro against Mag is fine, but maybe it's not super good because you can easily get skewered back if you go
Yeah.
up on this high ground.
The gank is super easy with
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I don't think it's that good.
Right. Might kick off here. Artstyle is going to be able to Nightmare the Disruptor. Do they want to try and fight into this Na'Vi? There's a fair few members of the side of Empire. There's your pounce onto a low hard dance with the Light Strike Array. He'll go down. First blood there to Suneko on his visage. And,
Silent just bailed. He's
Man.
like, I'm out, see ya.
He was like thinking about taking the sleep, and he's like, hell no!
30 seconds
In Russian,
to
of course.
Yes, in Russian.
Suka.
Oh, there might be more here. As, well, they're going to be able to position themselves around this bottom boundary rune. Looks like Empire won't be able to try and contest it. Not that they want to. It'll be a little bit scary coming into these.
Are
These
they
heroes
gonna
on the
get
side of
both
Na'Vi.
runes now?
Looks like they might.
Shaker can maybe contest
He can
this.
stun him
He
and
has
just
to
take it.
fissure
Yeah,
at the
if he runs in
perfect
here, he can just
the
fissure and take it.
battle begins.
Fissure now.
Nope, they're just gonna right click war over it. Oh, he dies, maybe.
No.
No, it's pounce.
That was awkward.
Yeah, well, at least it'll be solo versus the Slark for a while. Maybe he gets some EXP. Oh, looks like Visage is already heading up.
Yeah.
Never mind. The dream is dead.
Can't really zone him with W though.
I mean, he doesn't have a stout shield. You can just walk up and punch him. The new fissure is actually pretty broken for offlaners. The creeps just stop. Like they're like, I could walk around this, but I'm a little bit tired.
They're like, let me for the fissure. Yeah. He's not gonna have a good time here, I think.
Dandy indeed isn't having a good time. Resolution is just harassing the hell out of him here with this Viper. And let's get through just a quick rundown of who's on who on both sides. So on the side of Empire, we've got Ivan on the offlane Earthshaker. Mid lane is indeed going to be Resolution on his Viper. And that leaves down in the safe lane. Always want to fly on the support Venge and Silent on the Gyrocopter. And there's going to be a Bane.
Wait, what?
Nightmare on the sleep, but Arstal actually takes the Nightmare off before the Light Strike Array latches, and a little bit of a misplay there potentially. Aloha Dance finally on the side of Empire on that Disruptor. I'm here, of course, with Draskell and 8mother, and Draskell, do you want to tell us what's going on the side of the Dire here on Na'Vi?
All right, so art style, he's going to be handling the Bane. Funnick is going to be playing on this Lina. Dendi mid on his Magnus, getting some blabs from the Viper there. Sanako is going to be playing Visage with that Soul Assumption to break the clarity.
Ooh. Oh, and Funnick maybe getting caught out here. Finds a nice 2-man Light Strike Array, but it doesn't matter. Silent picks himself off a kill off the back of that.
He doesn't even bother with the barrage.
He knows. And finally, of course, we have Havos. He's playing the safe lane Slark here. But I think this is one of those games where maybe Empire might be the ones who are pressured a bit to try to end. I mean, you're going to have an empowered Slark. Not a lot of people think about Slark as the obvious partner, but it's still dangerous.
Might get caught out here. Yeah. Venge and Disruptor, they're there with the Thunderstrike, with the right clicks. Artstyle doing his best to run away, but he will go down.
He could have brain stepped.
You can kill him, that glimpse. He's dead.
Yep, indeed, in comes Silent, and there's your glimpse. Oh, straight down into the river. Funnick, he finds a nice Light Strike Array.
He's alive.
Oh, he dies to Roche.
No.
Oop. One more hit, one more hit. Oh, what a player. That was so close.
That was really close. I mean, this lane is a disaster for them now.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, they're talking about kind of the game plan for the other sense for both sides and the lanes as well in particular at this point. Who's coming out on top and who's looking to make something happen earlier than the other side?
Oh, Empire are winning for sure.
Yeah.
Not even close.
I think this Na'Vi lane would go a lot better, but they just feed. I don't know.
Yeah, Artstyle with the casual Nightmare toggle for like no reason on bottom when he just attacked.
Yeah, that was a disaster. That could have been a lot different. Yeah. I don't know what happened actually.
Would have been a lot more damage at the very least on the hero. It's kind of tough though, I think, because if you get glimpsed into Rocket Barrage bottom, you're like dead no matter what.
And they have the Venge down on top of that.
Yeah.
Earthshaker's not getting any last hits, he's level 2.
Oh, Dendi, he's got a haste through there, but he will get glimpsed back. Maybe he goes back in for round 2 though. He's thinking about it, going towards the mid lane. Maybe seeing if he can do anything against Viper. But Resolution's going to be a little bit hard to catch out, and he's topped up to full health. This is not a kill that Dendi can really go for. Just tries to trade a little bit of harassment here with the Viper, but
I don't know why he's trading.
I was going to say, ends up taking more damage than he's dealing here.
Yeah, typically you don't trade with Viper just for that reason. Like, you're never actually going to win, and he's even maxing Nether Toxin. So every time you take damage, his Nether Toxin hits you harder and harder and harder. So every successive hit is worse for you.
I'm actually surprised he went free in Nether Toxin.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're playing against a mag who knows you're skilling corrosive, he might just try to avoid you with Shockwave.
Oh, Bane, he's going to get caught out here by the Wave of Terror, the Magic Missile, but the Nightmare coming out. And, the Light Strike Array onto 2. They might be able to turn this one around, Na'Vi. They're going to find a Aloha Dance here on the Disruptor. Now they're going to head up to the high ground, looking for Always Want to Fly on the Visage. There's Silent coming in on the Gyrocopter with the Rocket Barrage, doing a fair bit of damage to Lina, chasing down Funnick. Maybe going to be able to bring down Funnick. Funnick heads to high ground. Oh, he's still alive. He will, yeah, he's going to live. Bane pays with his life. But looks like Funnick will be able to deny himself to neutrals. And
that fissure was
they
so
did
close.
look for the fissure, but it was
I don't know if it was close. It was kind of
that was laggy.
I don't know.
Should just rename the skill to Lag Striker.
There was the glimpse there onto Seneko, bringing him back, and it doesn't matter because he's already dead. There's no bringing him back when he's already gone. But 6 for 3 at the moment. Empire slightly coming out on top with all this aggression from both sides.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Na'Vi, like their rotations in the early game, like Magnus, obviously not a great matchup against Viper, so Resolution is having a ball of a time. A lot of the game, I think, is going to be placed on if they can get the good RPs mid-game. He's going to need Blink, and he's going to have some really, really nice ultimates, and then Havost obviously farming very well on top of that. So Na'Vi still have a chance here. And if anything goes too badly for them, they can just try to delay, I guess. Wait for Havos to get enough farm to be able to just like YOLO 1v5.
Yeah.
Because he has, maybe not 1v5, but he has really good potential in this game against these types of heroes.
I mean, if they get a good RP off, they have a good wombo combo. I mean, with the Light Strike Array and like the AoE they have, and birds even.
Yeah.
Diving for Artstart here with Thunderstrike, was going to be able to brain sap the Vengeful Spirit. Found himself a kill. They did already lose the Lina. Dendi coming in,
RP.
finding Silent there with the RP and holding him under the tower. Now being held in place by the Nightmare. Fisher comes out, catches out Dendi. A Soul Assumption flies through. Isn't quite enough to bring Silent down. He remains alive. Seneko getting himself very low here. Aloha Dance trying to chase it down with the right clicks. But 7 for 4. At the moment between these two sides, and even with the RP there, Dendi not quite able to find a kill onto Silent's Jaro. Oh, what, Silent? He's still hanging about here. He's just coming in. The Fisher did catch out Dendi, keeping him low, but he's going to be able to bottle himself up, and Silent will be able to get himself out as well via the Ancients here.
Meanwhile, Slark Country has Midas now.
I wonder if Midas is the choice here. I mean, it's not as if Empire can't push. You got 2 range heroes who can just sit and hit the tower, and their team fight is very scary. So I think if Empire see this, they try to pressure a bit more.
Yeah, I think it's fine though. Whenever you can get Midas like this, I think you should, because he's not a flash farmer in any way.
Artstart trying to set up something here with the Nightmare, but a very nice Fisher there, stopping the aggression
And
coming out from
Empire
Dendi.
doesn't really have great push either.
No.
So...
I don't know, this is I guess it's not that lopsided. Like, it's still 7-4. And Dendi is still getting some farm. He's not like super far behind the Viper or anything like that. It's definitely not like last game where the art style Enchantress had like no net worth at all. So they definitely have a bit of a better start, I would say.
Oh, Ivan returning to the top lane. Seneca's going to spot him out. And they'll just trade a little punch with each other, but they do keep themselves away at the end of the day. Artstar rotating towards the mid lane as well, seeing if he can help out Dendi here, look for a potential kill. Indeed, it has been spotted out here by this Radiant Observer Ward. And he has got RP again in 15 seconds, but this Viper is going to be quite a tanky guy to bring down, especially with that Corrosive Skin Scout.
Yeah, you can't really gank him unless you dump like 3 or 4 heroes on him. That's the only way. And even then, Empire could easily react to that. You have just like Disruptor, for example. You can just stop a hero from being at the gank entirely.
Yeah. He doesn't have maxed out Corrosive yet though, which I'm quite surprised about. Since they have Bane, which is a great roaming support. If he finds you with 1 point of Corrosive early on, and he sleeps in the river and you skewer to tower, you're probably dead.
Yeah.
But I guess they knew they were like forced to pressure bottom lane.
Oh, Bane there,
wasn't kidding.
trying to save the bounty rune there for Dendi, but Loa Dance coming in with the cheeky deny there. That's just going to waste some of Magnus's time, of course, heading out the mid lane for that one.
What a play.
It's still like... I still feel like Na'Vi are getting enough out of their lane. Like, even if they're losing on kills, they just need Dendi's blink. Like, that's the only thing that they're really overly concerned with. The Disruptor plays will be important during mid-game. Like Aloha Dance, can he get like some good static storms to stop the skewer? Or can he get a glimpse on somebody to make a big play off of that?
Yeah, I mean Lina is still getting levels down here. She's 5 now and has face boots, which is decent. It's really good actually.
Yeah, once she gets 6.
Yeah, and
like,
Slark is having a really good time.
Yeah.
He's even farming jungle now because he maxed out Dark Pact, so he can farm very good in jungle actually.
Yeah. I wonder if he just goes back for Aquila now. I think you kind of need it for the mana.
I think so. I think it's too good to like...
Mid lane, Viper strike onto Dendi, but he's able to skewer himself back. He's going to tick fairly low, but he will be okay in this situation. He's coming
Did he
down
buy
to
a
just
blink?
over 100.
I bought... Oh yeah, bought mana boots. Alright.
Yeah, delays his blink by a while, but Na'Vi are playing this pretty greedy considering like Midas on the Slark and then Arcanes before blink on Mag. So I guess they're not feeling the pressure from Empire right now. They're just like, yeah, we'll play it slow.
Yeah. But I mean, mana boots gives you the chance to delay even further with the shockwave spam at towers.
And Lina as well.
Yeah.
Oh, glimpse here onto the Bane. He's going to nightmare himself, but he isn't able to protect himself from that glimpse, of course. And now in comes the resolution rotation. Magic missile as well, holding the Bane in place, and he will go down here. Resolution Viper being able to pick himself up the kill with that cheeky little rotation.
I think my sombrero is stuck on my microphone. Where? How do I?
Over. There we go.
There we go.
You're good.
Sorry about that. Rip headphone users
Top
probably.
lane. Visage and Antivos, they did go in for the kill onto Ivan and the Earthshaker, and they found themselves a bit of positive action there as well. So a very nice kill, of course, for this Havors Slark to be involved in, and especially the fact, as we keep pointing out, this Slark has been totally uncontested so far in the game, top of the net worth, and with a very reasonable timing on the Midas. Havors is going to get fairly scary fairly shortly, and picking up the Claymore now looks to be going for that Shadow Blade after the treads.
It's a solid pickup. It's really nice for being able to kill supports, but it is easily countered, and Shadow Blade becomes better once tier 1s start dropping. Whereas if you just have Shadow Blade and you're pushing into a tier 1 tower, it's pretty useless other than just trying to run away.
Yeah. And I think it's a lot more viable now since the upgrade, Silver Edge.
Yeah.
Which is kind of overhyped, in my opinion. But it's actually good against Viper, because you remove Corrosive Skin.
Yeah.
And then you can Silver Edge and then lean ult or whatever, and it dies.
I think it's another quality of life item. Like, for example, Guardian Greaves, where you want to combine them.
Yeah.
But if you think of it in that sense, the Silver Edge is actually better because the recipe is very cheap. It's only 325, as opposed to Guardian Greaves, which are 1650. So for Slark, who kind of needs HP, being able to make a casual Sange into Silver Edge is really nice, I think.
Yeah, it just makes Shadow Blade a lot more viable for late game.
Yeah.
Like, being able to upgrade it. I don't think you want to upgrade it right away, but rather later on, when you don't have item slots.
So you think like Shadow Blade BKB maybe, or something like that?
Yeah, or
I guess
Shadow Blade Scotty, or whatever you feel like.
Smoke up in the mid lane, Ivan and Silent coming in with resolution. In fact, the entire team's here. They're going to be able to glimpse Dendy back into the static, still called out as well. They do not want Dendy surviving. And now with the Viper strike onto Wildstar, they might be able to find themselves a second kill. They will indeed. And a full 5-man rotation there from the side of Empire, that Silent is able to pick up a double kill off the back of it.
Very nice use of flat cannon there from Silent. He kept vision and just kept hitting the tower to ensure that Art Style would die there. It was a really nice play. And they threw the kitchen sink on Dendy. Jesus. They're like, yep, you're dead. See ya. But it's worth it. I mean, if you get a tier 1, you stop Dendy from getting his blink. Really nice rotation here from Empire. They can even try to go top if they want.
They're just gonna park Viper at the bottom tower now as well.
Yeah.
Off the back of this stack here, even though, of course, Havors got himself a very early Midas, Jara is now going to be top of the net worth board.
Yeah, I mean, the Gyro late game against Slark is actually a terrible matchup.
Yeah.
Because you can literally never kill the Slark. But it's still going to be a while before Havos feels, I think, confident enough to just go in and start fighting. And Empire don't really seem too concerned about it, so they're the undefeated team here at the Dream League. They're 5-0. So if they're not concerned, I guess I shouldn't be either. Maybe their game plan is just to try to secure Roshan, keep pushing the other tier 1s. They're going to smoke now. Okay, here we go.
See, Jara as well, very close to picking up that SMY, just needs to get that final 10 gold for the Belt of Strength. I mean, is this a game that Jara needs to be thinking about picking up a BKB, or because there's so much physical damage and spells that pierce magic immunity is not necessarily?
Well, I think BKB is good, because like mitigating the damage.
Yeah.
But they have so much stuff that goes through it that is not super crucial either. And you have the swap as well, so.
Yes, I guess they do have that to save the Jara if he's in a dodgy position. Oh, Funnick could be in a bit of a dodgy position here. Oh, they hazard guessed it the wrong way there.
What a TP.
And Funnick there.
They didn't have wave either.
Jukes it out.
The kinetic field vision wasn't enough to show Funnick, so they just assumed that he was below there, I guess.
Dire's bottom tower is
Bendy,
under
he's
attack.
coming in. Of course, doesn't have the blink. He's very close to it. 1,500 gold. He's got RP available though if he wants to look to try and go, but it's going to be hard to find the gap closer here, especially with this Radiant Ward up on the high ground, scouting out this exact positioning of Artstar. And
this is really good awareness from Navi. De-warding this right away. I don't think they saw him walk in there with bench either.
Nah, they didn't.
So they just assumed. That was really good play from them.
Havors with the Shadow Blade. Does he want to go for some action on Resolution? Now he's going to straight past Resolution.
Oh, he went away.
This could be a big initiation here, straight onto a low hard dance. Static Storm does get thrown down. He pops the charges. He might be able to get himself out the swamp as well. They've actually killed Havors. He's the first to die in this fight, and no one falling on the side of Empire. Resolution's making his way in. They might be able to find some more after they take down Havors. Artstar taking the punches in from point attack. He goes down. There's your glimpse onto Dendy. Dendy skewers out, but there's an Earthshaker and a Viper there chipping away. He's down. Now the Fisher holding back Funnick. Funnick's going to fall as well. It's 4 heroes down. Triple kill for Silent on the Gyrocopter. That went absolutely horribly for Na'Vi with that initiation from Havors on the slot.
They needed more follow-up. They needed like the Lina to be in range to throw out a spell, because as soon as the Disruptor notices, there's like no stun, and you can't underestimate Static Storm. Like that's their method of killing a Slark. Like that's what they need to do to kill him. So The fact that Havos opened with his team being so far away was a little bit of a misplay maybe, but they did have an opportunity there. They just didn't execute it the proper way.
Yeah, that was a great static storm in the kinetic field from Aloha. Like,
Really nice play.
he soloed the Slark basically, and then the call down on top just finished him so hard.
And that's why I feel like BKB, if you're going to
Yeah.
make those plays, you need BKB against Disruptor.
That is very true. Like, Disruptor is a counter to Slark in my opinion.
Yeah.
They really need to get this Blink Dagger online. I think they're trying to do way too much. I guess they think they're doing Roshan right now.
Yeah, Na'Vi smoking up, and they want to
They have
continue
vision
to look
of
for
that.
aggression, but obviously the last fight didn't go great. There's Silent and Aloha Dance both here. Vorse going in with the Shadow Blade. He really wants to get revenge on this Disruptor. He's going to go for it, but there's a cooldown. It's going to catch Seneko and Denzi. Silent, he is going to get skewered as well. They have brought down Aloha Dance. It looks like they might be able to find Silent as well. He's trying to duke it out here with the face boost. The SMY, but the Fisher holding the back. It doesn't matter. The Solar Submission flies through. Seneko on a killing spree as he finds the kill onto Silent. Vorse, he's looking for Ivan here, chasing it down. They've got the Visage Familiars closing in as well. The Pounce will just clip the Ivan, and Ivan on the Earthshaker falls as well. So Na'Vi coming back with a very nice smoke and finding 3 kills off the back of it.
The chaotic small-scale fights are what Na'Vi want. That's where Slark thrives for sure. You can just go in and be a nuisance. You pop your Shadow Dance for 1 kill, and then all of a sudden they're just like 3v5 or like 2v4 or something like that. And you just continue your pressure from there. But this is a good Roshan opportunity as well. Core down on Empire. Like, contesting this is not really that easy if you're Empire. You do have Static Storm though, maybe you could try.
They're coming in.
This
a lot.
Viper is tanky.
They're going to look for the plays here, potentially. Waverto's going to scout it out. There's a fair few heroes fairly low. Light Strike already catching up 5. Magic Missile onto Lina. Now your Static Storm right in between
so
them and the pit. And always want to fly walks in. He's trying to find some kills at the back. But the skewer from Dendi bringing him out. There's going to be the Hoppy as well, trying to keep Dendi alive as he's running away. There'll be the glimpse onto Havos. Bring him into the pit. Didn't manage to get out Shadow Dance, but the cooldown, the slow will find him. He goes down as well here in the Roche pit. 3 heroes falling on Na'Vi. They only lost the Vengeful Spirit. And Na'Vi, they've just set up this Roche for a very, very easy Aegis for the side of Empire there.
So many plays.
Oh, they denied the Aegis. Seneko.
Oh,
What a
The
challenge.
birds. Okay, plays on plays.
Hey,
And then more
birds.
plays. I was like, first off, Aloha Dance isolates Funnick from the rest of his team. Like, everybody on the side of Na'Vi is at like 20% health, like sitting behind the Static Storm and Kinetic Field. So Funnick dies, like he can't do anything. And then afterwards, the swap in from Always Want to Fly to try to steal the Aegis of the Roshan. Then he skewers him out of the pit to RP him to stop him from stealing. And then the glimpse back onto Havos to immediately pop Shadow Dance, but still gets hit by a call down while he's in his ult. Like, and then the birds deny the Aegis. That was like the most disgusting
Now you
Roshan fight
glimpse
ever.
onto Dendi, gets caught here in the party ring. Viper Strike as well. Silent moving in with the corner. I'm going to catch Seneko and Dendi. Dendi's down. Seneko trying to turn around to Resolution with the Fiend's Grip. They will be out in the brain sap, finishing him off. Double kill for Silent though, as he's also found the Lina. And it will be held in place here by the Nightmare from Artstar. And Vorse coming in, maybe seeing if he can pick off this Jaro. And Jaro getting himself very low. Will get swapped out. It won't disjoint the Solar Submission that flies through. He falls here. The Fisher will catch Artstar. 3 heroes down the side of Na'Vi. Vorse is able to help clean up the Disruptor. 3-for-3 trade there in the mid lane. It's a messy game, boys.
Definitely better for Na'Vi though. They killed both cores. Like Gyro and Viper both died. Slark lived through the entire engagement, so definitely a win there if you're a Na'Vi fan. But still, they have a little bit of work to do. The Shaker has Blink now. The Blink on Shaker is also a really big deal for Slark because there's not a whole lot of abilities on Empire that can be ground targeted. I mean, I guess you have Call Down, the Static Storm, and Shaker. Those are like your 3 main methods. So the fact that he can get in and wait for a Dark Pact and then immediately echo him, like that's the dream. That's how you want to counterplay the Slark.
Yeah. It's definitely kind of a counter to Slark as well with the instant lockdown he like supplies.
Yeah. You just got to be really careful because if you
Yeah.
mistime your Echo and you hit him during a Dark Pact, it can just be the end of you.
Maybe he gets BKB off or whatever.
I think he'll go BKB next.
Yeah, I think that's the correct choice. I'm surprised he went back to Aquila.
Yeah.
I think he should have got a lot sooner.
Maybe he just realized afterwards, like, oh, I actually need the mana regen from
Like the
this.
stats are really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Vos now with that Ogre Club, and as you said, you'd be more kind of opting towards the BKB rather than completing off a Silver Edge at this point?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, the only way you die is the Disruptor or the Shaker. Like, if you have a magic immunity, the Silence got an S and Y and phase, I think. So it's not like he hits really that hard. It's just more of a matter of the rocket barrage
There's
damage
some
is
BKB now.
insane. Oh, yeah, it's
Smoke up
BKB, okay.
from both sides here. Empire, they're heading into their own jungle. Na'Vi with a little bit of a wraparound. Maybe they can catch
Dire's
Empire on the
top
back
tower
foot here.
is
They're going to
under
turn
attack.
around Empire. They're looking for the fight. Wave of Terror will catch Suneko. There's going to be a TP into the tower from Resolution. There's your cooldown, but the Static Storm holding Dendi in place. They have already lost the Bane. They're going to lose Dendi as well. 2 heroes make that 3 heroes down as Lena's not able to TP out. They do manage to keep her Vorst
That was
and
insane.
Suneko safe, but what a catch out there from Empire, turning around the smoke on smoke from Na'Vi.
Yvonne with the 3-man fissure. Like
Yeah,
that just
he
ended the fight.
split the fight, and then he was stuck here with the Static Storm.
Yeah.
He couldn't do anything. It was great. It was great. That was a perfect fissure, if I've ever seen one.
23-12 here for the side of Empire. 20 minutes in. They're going to be able to potentially take this tier 2. Bane's going to be back in a second, but still Dendi and Phonic still down on the sidelines. I mean, and Na'Vi's still got a chance. Heroes are looking pretty rocky for them.
They still had a chance with high ground. Like
Definitely.
that's the Magnus
The
stream,
Magnus
right?
stream, yeah.
But it's still tough. Like they can't really fight an open map anymore until Slark has BKB. That's the most important thing for them right now. It's like they need an empowered Slark with a BKB, and they can easily turn an engagement.
He's gonna have Agon
He's going to
Viper
go
soon.
straight for a low hard dance here with the Dark Path, pops the Shadow Dance as well. Wants to make sure he can get away with it. And the Echo Slam, keeping a low hard dance in place. Inferno on the Earthshaker, Fisher as well. Dendi's a fall of force, trying to get himself into the high ground. He goes down as well. Somebody stop this Earthshaker because he is walking all over Na'Vi.
That was
they know
a
he,
great Echo Slam. Stopped Dendi right in his tracks. He was going to RPE, but
they know he has a blink now.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Ivan's play this game. We were talking about the Fisher's disrupt. He's being so disruptive to what Na'Vi are trying to do. The Earthshaker pick really throwing a spanner into their works.
Yeah, I love the Shaker pick when I saw it too, because it's just good against Magnus in general and Bane, because he has such a long
Dire's
reach
top
that you
tower
can
is
stop the
under
Bane
attack.
Fiend's grip from pretty much anywhere, and you have a Disruptor too, so
Dire's
the
top
Bane is not
tower
really
has
able to
fallen.
easily get into an engagement.
Radiant's
I mean,
middle
our style
tower
is like
is
1 and
under
8 right now.
attack.
He's not had a great series, but I don't know, man. Empire just seems to be playing at another level.
I mean, Disruptor as well. He's only 1,500 away from his Aghanims.
Yeah,
That's insane.
and that's terrifying because that means if you don't BKB immediately on Slark, you have the chance of just getting wrecked by Static Storm. Because obviously you can't BKB when it's already on you, so you kind of have to use it at maybe an inopportune time just to keep yourself safe. And then the wasted BKB can also lose you the fight. So the timing window that Slark had to buy BKB maybe not as wide as he was hoping for. And that's kind of also the thing that happens when you buy Midas. Like, I'm not saying Midas was bad this game. I just think that delaying the BKB hurts.
I mean, I think there's a Mithril Hammer on the Curry, though.
But I mean,
He's just a
the
few
Midas
hundred
is
off the
already
recipe.
paid for itself, but at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
so it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
really
true.
matter.
Is under
But
attack.
yeah, Echo Slam into Disruptor ulti is gonna be scary. And even if he gets his BKB off, Viper has an Aghanims.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, your Dark Pact is going to be up 2 times before Viper Strike is even up again once, so...
Can you even perch it? I don't think you can perch it.
Yeah, you can. Because
sure?
if you BKB after Viper Strike, it removes the debuff. But if you get Viper Struck after you BKB, the slow is applied.
Oh,
It's a really weird mechanic. But yeah, you can definitely purchase it.
sounds weird. Because I saw Viper's kind of counter to Slark as well. But it might
Wait,
be.
does it actually work that way?
I don't
I know BKB gets rid of it.
Yeah, that's probably true. But
I don't know if
if
Dark
it's
Pact gets rid of
Through
it.
the Viper
Yeah,
Strike
maybe you're
now.
right,
I don't
maybe
think
you're
you
right.
can purge it through. Oh, there's going to be Dendi caught out here. Static Storm.
See ya.
Oh, he's so dead. He is so dead. Resolution being able to tick him over there on the Viper. He's going to be back in 40 seconds, so he doesn't have buyback. Maybe he's going to be back in time for the high ground defense. Depends how much Empire want to push it at this point. They're leading forward here. Seeing if they can find it out Phonic, but Phonic will be able to get himself the high ground. The cooldown, and that will
The vision from the cooldown.
Oh, boys, Empire.
That synergy.
How did he see him before?
Hold on.
Yeah, but I mean, how did he know he was even there?
Oh, that one is a little bit weird, yeah. I don't know.
Radiant's top tower is under
The
attack.
senses. We've got the ward vision
Dire's
here, I
middle
guess.
tower
It's,
is under attack.
Yeah,
able to
maybe
see
saw him
them
walking up
moving
there, and then they
predicted.
just assumed that they were close enough.
Yeah.
Here we go, on to the tier 3s now. What can Na'Vi do to stop this? They've got Dendi back up in 5 seconds with the RP. We're going to need a massive RP really to kind of
It's
just
going
help
to be
them for
hard
this situation.
to get a good RP against this kind of setup. Like, if you're going to get an RP, they need to be fighting already.
Oh,
That's
smoke?
the problem.
Oh, smoke up straight away here from the side of Na'Vi.
Oh, double sentry. They can't see anyway, though. They're just going to back. I think that's definitely the safe call.
Yeah. You have to respect the RP high ground defense.
Yeah.
Even as BKB. Do they know about this?
I don't think so. I think they smoked as soon as he got it, so... Now they're just looking for a pick. Man, Salin is so tanky right now.
Oh god, yeah.
Fun with this Glimmer Cape. He's going to be hard for the side of Na'Vi to burst down.
Bench.
I mean, using a smoke like this just to kill a Venge is like... I mean, yeah, a kill is a kill, but it almost feels like a waste kind of to like 5-man smoke for a
Yeah,
support.
for sure. But at this point, you just buy some time by killing a support.
Oh my god.
Aghanim's Disruptor complete 25 minutes in.
Okay, so basically what needs to happen is Havos needs to find the Disruptor and kill him and BKB. Otherwise, his fight is over. Like, he can't really go anywhere after that. But if he does that and Empire kind of clump up around Havos, maybe you look for a good RP. That's like the counterplay. But the Shaker never has to go in. That's the problem. Like, the Shaker doesn't have to go in until Dendy's in the fight.
He even has a Glimmer Cape now.
Yeah. It's so hard to counterplay the Shaker in this matchup.
So really, so you're saying in kind of a fight situation, you're going to imagine Havos leading the way, going straight in onto the
Radiant's top
Disruptor,
tower
then
is
the
under
side of
attack.
Empire maybe being drawn in towards
He
Havos,
might-
then the RP comes, but
He
then at the
could
same
actually,
time...
he
if
could
I'm
actually go
counting,
Shaker first. Like, if he finds Yvonne
Yes.
with Shadowblade and catches him with BKB,
He might find himself a kill. Oh, the pounce misses. Oh no, it's a disaster. Always want to fly is going to be fine.
yeah, but I think he has to go Shaker. I don't even think he can go Disruptor.
Yeah. It's kind of awkward how they actually start a fight with their lineup. They don't have any jewels on Lina or anything.
Yeah. Their initiator is the Slark.
They have their front line with the Slark.
Saneko is going to be a little bit of trouble here. He's going to reach some of the familiars. Fisher comes out with the right clicks from Resolution flying through.
The stuns?
He's all with it. And
No,
yeah.
he's dead, I think.
Are you sure? He's gonna-
Grave Shield's
Yeah, he's dead.
No,
he didn't enchant.
Oh, he's out. And there's going to be a little dodge throwing down a
He's
static
whiffed
storm.
the static storm.
As he does get skewered back. Hardstyle actually Fiend's Grip in silent. Takes a crap ton of damage there from the Rocket Barrage. Echo Slam holding the Lina in place. He goes down as well. It's two heroes falling in. Forced will be able to get himself out, but a messy fight that one. RP is still available though for Dendy, and there is no static storm as it's already been used.
Uncharacteristic misplay though from Yvonne, not realizing that there's like only one place he could possibly go to and just not judging the distance properly. Still though, they get two. They're going to be up really quickly though. I don't think that Empire want to try to commit too hard to this. No Shaker ulti.
I
No
mean,
static field.
how do Na'Vi even win a fight at this point? They have to get
Well,
like a
if they're going to
5-man
win a
RP.
fight, this is going to be the fight they're going to win because there's no ultis and
They have
there's
to
no
get like
BKB.
a 4 or 5-man RP.
No, they're using the burst to scout.
Oh, here comes
This
the
is good.
force. Where's Dendy? He might come in. There's going to be the
Then
dark
he
path
just
from the
blinked
force.
back. He just blinked back.
Did he misclick?
No, he got Viper Strike.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, they're going to bring Horvos for Horvos is going to go down here. Silent gets nightmared up. It gets taken off there by a low dance. Silent is going to chase Saneko down. Saneko falls as well. This is two heroes down on the side of Na'Vi. And Dendy getting glimpsed back will blink out. And I mean, yeah, you're all watching it. Where was the blink initiation from Dendy?
He was getting Viper Strike, so he blink dodged it by going back.
But that, of course, I guess still worked out in the sense
That means
for the, they
Havos
couldn't go in.
initiation.
Yeah, but then it's 12 seconds for Denny not to come in again.
Oh, this is Resolution just cleaning up here. Silent will take a look at it. There's a nice up.
Oh, the stun.
But the stone holding Havos in place. Static Storm onto Dendy and Havos. Dendy falls, Havos
couldn't
will
even pop
follow.
BKB.
It's a triple kill for Resolution. GG is called 35-12, 28 minutes in. Na'Vi did their best, but Empire proving to be the absolute powerhouse. This is the 6th match in a row that they've been able to take here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague, and they're just looking so strong.
The Shaker pick like totally destroyed them. Like every single time Dendy wants to go in, he has to worry about getting glimpsed, static stormed, or shakered. And the problem at the end is that the BKB from Slark just came in too late. Like they didn't have enough in the tank to be able to take fights at that point because they're fighting into Blink Shaker, Aghanim's Disruptor. Like that at the end of the fight, you saw it. Like Havos had a BKB that he couldn't even use.
Yeah.
Because the Shaker stunned before he pops BKB. He was in, I think, the tree line inside of the base, and he waited for the RP to come out. He just like bop, and then the fight was over. That was it.
So awkward. Like you saw Dendy trying to get like the initiation, but how do you even do it? Like
Yeah. There's like only one way. Like Havos has to go in YOLO, like super YOLO, and then you hope that they just like clump and then you try to RP.
and you hope there's not a static storm on Slark.
Yeah, exactly. Like even if he preemptively BKBs, maybe Aloha Dance just storms himself anyway to prevent the RP. Who knows? He's that good of a player, he might actually just do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not
Yeah.
that hard even. If
Yeah.
you can predict the movement of the Magnus.
Yeah.
Just the Jules or like even static storm in this game. Just
I don't
click
know.
it.
Do you think that game was actually just an outdraft? Because I felt at every point it was really hard for Navi to fight them.
I don't know. I felt like the Bane Lina lane was a smart decision.
Yeah. But it just didn't really work.
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
That's the fun. So their like laning presence was not there, even though the Slark got free farm. the Viper kind of wrecked him in mid, which was expected.
Yeah, of course.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Na'Vi versus Empire. Empire take the 2-game series 2-0 for Empire. And Empire, as I was saying, just looking so damn strong, outplaying every team we've pretty much given them so far in the Dream League. And we'll see if they're able to continue it when we have some more games with Empire. I don't know when they're playing again next. Probably not tomorrow because they've been playing 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
But maybe tomorrow, or maybe in a couple of days' time. Anyway, we'll fill you in with that information when we know it. But that's it from us at the casting panel. Hopefully you've enjoyed the games. We will be back tomorrow ourselves, myself and Drasko, at least with some more casts. So stick around for those in a good 18 hours time, I'd say, from now. But until then, goodbye from us. We're going to head you straight over to the host and to 8mother, who's going to be able to give you some insight on the game we've just seen. But have a good night, guys.
Hasta la vista.